the e-Niro from Kia.
Introducing the star of the show, the Kia e-Niro.
You have a 64 kilowatt electric, a range of up to 282 miles, and it'll charge 80% in around 54 minutes.
Combine that with Kia's 7-year warranty and you really do have a contender for the EV market.
Prices for the new 4 start at just under £35,000, and the model we have here is the first edition.
I will be looking at the exterior and the styling.
I'll be looking at the interior, the practicality and the build quality.
Then we'll both be driving it and we'll bring you the verdict on whether or not this is the car for you.
Thank you.
Thanks. The first thing you notice about the Kia e-Niro is its striking looks with its newly designed tiger nose grille. I like the fact that you can identify that it's the electric version because of the signature colour and the valance on the light bezel. You've got Type 2 and fast charge, and you can also charge at home. The Kia home charger charges at 2.3 kilowatts per hour, giving you up to 100% charge in 29 hours. You can charge overnight and it'll give you about 100 miles range. When you're ready to charge, make sure the car is unlocked. There is a locking function on this, which is nifty to make sure that your cables don't get pinched. Plug it in. Now I'll show you how to tell it's charging when you're inside the car. In the centre of the dash, there are 3 lights. One will be blinking, one will be solid, one will be off. There's also the cluster. We also have a Type 2 which gives you up to 7.2 kilowatts of charge per hour, and you may have seen these charging units on the street. This will give you up to 100% charge in 9 hours and 50 minutes. There's also rapid charge options, the fastest of which is 100 kilowatts per hour, which will give you up to 80% charge in 54 minutes. Now that's fast. When it's time to unplug, again make sure you've unlocked the car and pull out the plug. Replace your bungs, bottom one first, shut your port. This is the first edition, which gives you automatic halogen headlights. The 4, which has now been released, gives you LED. It's got LED daytime running lights and fog lights as well. Rain sensing wipers and a range of safety features including adaptive cruise control. You also have parking sensors. At the side you're met with 17-inch alloy wheels with a high profile tyre. You've got black cladding around the wheel arch which continues down the side of the vehicle. There's an abundance of chrome on this car, around the windows, on the door handles and the skirts at the bottom of the doors. And you also have keyless entry. You have electrically operated power folding door mirrors which are heated, and you have satin effect roof rails. But no sunroof, but you do have privacy glass in the back. You have all-round disc brakes which are vented at the front. The funky styling from the front is continued in the back with the sculpted rear lenses which are combination LED. It's chunky. The signature colour on the car matches the eco-electric badge. You're reminded that every Kia comes with a 7-year warranty, and it's got parking sensors and a reversing camera, and this rear spoiler has a high-level brake light. It also comes with a shark fin aerial. 0 emissions.
Let's see how easy it is to get into the Kia e-Niro. No grab handle, but nice wide opening, a raised ride height and not too far to reach. The first thing you'll notice when you step into the Kia e-Niro is this rotary dial. This is how you operate the car. You've also got lots of cool tech as well. This car will even advise you how to drive economically. Full of premium materials, you will find the odd hard plastic, but on top of the doors and the dash, it's soft touch. When it comes to tech in this car, all-round electric windows, power folding, heated door mirrors, some shortcut buttons to the right-hand side here. Things like disabling your lane keep assist. You can adjust the brightness on your cluster. You can also adjust your headlamp height as well. Below that, auto charge and scheduling. So yeah, you can schedule your charges. When you start the vehicle, it also runs through the system settings check. Moving to the steering wheel, leather wrapped, stitched. Telephony controls on the left, adaptive cruise control with stop go on the right, automatic headlamps, rain sensing wipers and paddles on the rear of the steering wheel. They're for selecting your regen level. You've got voice activation here for your infotainment screen. You can also cycle through your cluster. On the left hand side you've got your range. You can see how much power you're putting down, and you've got a charge level as well. You can also see if you're in park neutral or drive. The symbols at the top, and to the right hand side, your speedo. It also displays the driving mode as well. You also have a computer in the middle where you can cycle between your user settings, a compass, some stats and a roundup. We have a JBL sound system. I used to have JBL stuff in my cars. Sound system sounds great. It's a touchscreen infotainment system. You've got satellite navigation, DAB, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. You can set some of the car's settings as well. If you press the EV button, You can see your energy information. This is clever too. It routes you through to the nearest charger. This vehicle also pre-warms the battery. You can also set the car to preheat. Got air conditioning with some shortcut buttons. It also displays at the top of the screen, but nice rotary dials. 12-volt socket, USB, and a wireless charging pad. Partial floating dashboard, rotary dial, reverse neutral drive, park in the centre. You have park release here, and an electronic handbrake here. There's an auto hold function as well. You can turn on your heated seats here, 3 levels, and you've got a heated steering wheel. You can also disable your parking sensors. And under the centre armrest, you've got what looks like a 12-volt socket, but if you pull back the cap, it is actually a USB. When it comes to practicality, I'm 6'3". As you can see, I've got decent headroom. I've got a footrest to the left-hand side of me, and I've got a very comfortable driving position. Leather armrest on the right, and a nice wide centre area too. I have an electric driver's seat. The passenger is manual. It's very comfortable, it holds you well, and it's finished very nicely too. The steering wheel has reach and rake adjustment as well. You have your bonnet release down here, and like an automatic, an EV has 2 pedals, an accelerator and a brake. When it comes to storage, decent sized door bin, cup holder at the front, and a storage point behind that. Look at this massive area, it does show its size. Got this sliding door, under that 2 cup holders, and under the armrest, decent size too. When it comes to the glove box, it's an ample size. You also have reading lights, sunglasses holder, and auto dimming mirror. Let's see how easy it is to step into the rear. We've got a sloping roofline, so that'll be interesting to see. The doors open nice and wide, and you've got a raised ride height. Look, a grab handle. What's in the rear? It's very comfortable. Premium materials throughout. And look, even a pull down armrest with 2 cup holders. As for headroom, even with this sloping roofline, at 6'3", my hat still doesn't brush against the roof. 2 people will be very comfortable on a long journey, 3 people shorter journeys, and 3 children, no problem. I've got quite a bit of leg room. There's not too much room under the seat, but this area, because it's wider, means I'm very comfortable. Harder plastic here, which is recessed, so you've got more knee room. There's also isofix points on the back of the seats, and multiple airbags around the vehicle. Leather wrapped armrest. This is hard plastic, nicely lit up, with a satin effect on the door handle. I've also got an electric window, cup holder, and mat pockets on the back of the seats as well. It would have been nice to see a USB or a 12-volt socket in the centre, but there is the USB in there that the rear passenger could use. You've also got some vents. Even with privacy glass in the back, because you've got a light headliner, it does make it light and airy. One thing I've noticed about the seating configuration in the e-Niro is you're sat that bit higher. Stepping around to the boot of the car, you can operate it using the key fob. Once open, 451 litres of space, minor boot lip, and a nice square space. Looks like you also have a subwoofer on the left hand side. Makes sense, JBL. And if you drop the seats, that will increase to 1,405 litres. You drop the seats by doing this. Do take care though, they are quite heavy. A slight incline, but nothing too invasive. 4 tethering points, and if you lift up the floor, you've got your home charger and a Type 2 charger. You also have an inflation kit. We're off on our adventure. We're leaving Silverdale with 180 miles of range, so that's about 3/4 of a charge. Now if you're going to rapid charge this, you can get around 80% in about 55 minutes. This vehicle has 395 Newton meters of torque and 201 brake horsepower. It'll pull 0 to 60 in 7.5 seconds and tops out at 104 miles an hour. It's very quiet, there's not much road noise, but that's the thing about an electric car. It has to be like that, because you travelling along a motorway at around 70 miles an hour, you will get road noise. I can feel the regen through the brakes already. We're set to regen 2. Now we are only in eco mode and it can still shift. Even with my intermittent hard acceleration, we've travelled about 2 miles and we've only used 1 mile of range. The driving position's very nice. We've not really got a blind spot with the B pillar. Sport mode makes acceleration far more responsive. You will end up wheel spinning from launch. You'll also end up wheel spinning round corners, as I found out. Acceleration hard, up to 60. Extremely good brakes as well. You've got lane keep assist as well, and I can feel it pulling me back into the centre of the lane. As soon as you select eco mode, you feel it has less power and the regen gets stronger. But that's how it feels. The regen modes are set with the paddles on the back. How cool is that? Reverse, neutral or drive. You have your park button in the centre. Now let's try the acceleration up the slip road. Now we pull 0 to 60 in about 7.5 seconds. And hills don't really affect electric vehicles. Power's just there. It just keeps going. Now I am seeing a bit of a range drop now, but I am in sport mode. Pulling out a roundabout's absolutely no problem. Let's try normal. You feel it lighten up again. Your cluster's nice and straightforward. On the left hand side, we've got an acceleration bar. We've also got a power bar and a charge bar as well. Below that to the right, you've got your lane keep assist, and then you can see the level of regen braking. Currently I'm on level 1.
I'm now behind the wheel. This is my e-Niro now. It's very comfortable. Raised ride height gives you great visibility. As I'm gliding silently around, this electric vehicle is not even disturbing the ducks and the geese. Perfect for pottering around Windermere. As you heard Ben mention before, the driving modes are very characteristic. The sport mode, obviously, is going to give you a bit more of a punch and a wheel spin if you're not careful. And the normal mode feels like a combustion car but without the noise. And eco, well, it does what it says on the tin on that one.
We've just climbed up Kirkstone Pass and we had either regen 1 or 0. The braking isn't stopping the motor whilst you're going up the hill, and then when you start coming down the steep hills, put it in regen 3 and then you will feel the braking. It will recoup some back into your battery, but it will also feel safer, more like descent control. Feel the regen now in level 2, and it works exceptionally well around these twisty Lake District roads. Just means you don't have to brake. It's very well planted, it's very comfortable, and there's no body roll either. Road noise, a little bit, but we've got no petrol or diesel engine. Full electric drivetrain. We're just coming into Glen Ridding and I've just applied cruise control. This is the first time that we've experienced adaptive cruise control in a Kia. It's already detected the car in front and we're starting to slow down. It's braking. And there we go. It's slowly pulling back up to speed. Also gave me a warning, watch out for surrounding vehicles. Nice tight hairpin. Around it with no problem whatsoever. As you can hear from my passengers, they're doing these tight turns quite speedily. Would we say there's much body roll, guys, when I'm going into these corners quite sharply? Is there a bit?
There's a little bit of lean, but not much.
Hardly any vibration, and with the raised ride height and the comfortable driving position, it's awesome. The steering's great, it corners nicely. We're getting bounce rather than bump.
It's not really a regular occurrence for me to travel as a passenger, and the thing about an electric vehicle is you know when the drivers hit the accelerator. Hannibal, I'll demonstrate.
He's definitely a talky beast.
We're just about to head down the struggle. This heads towards Ambleside.
We went on to regen 3 and it's already started increasing the range. We're now up 1 already to 112. So it recharges the battery as we do the twisty turny.
Black sheep, hello.
I'm just going to take my foot off the accelerator and I can feel it pulling there.
13%. It'll be interesting to see if it can hold the car on this next bit.
No, it's not going to work.
Don't use the accelerator, use regen all the time, and let's just see how much it recoups.
We're up to 115 now going down the struggle. It's accurate as well, I have to say.
That means we've gained 4 miles.
We have, yeah.
And we've only travelled about 1.5 miles.
But this extra 100 miles that you get with the e-Niro just completely eliminates any kind of range anxiety that you may have. and we're currently getting 3.8 miles per kilowatt.
It really has impressed us, the Kia e-Niro. I expected it to use far more range than it actually did. And the fact that it can regen so easily as well. You can see why there's a waiting list for this car.
The new e-Niro gives you a range of 282 miles, 382 miles in a city environment. It can be charged up to 80% capacity in just 54 minutes. Prices for this new 4 are £34,495 after the government grant, with premium paid at an addition of £585. With a great range, 7-year warranty, fantastic looks and a host of features, this is a crossover for the future.